So let's just first begin noticing our sit bones, or just those bones at the base of our gluteals. So we'll do that, what is called yoga nidra. I did some last night in order to get some better sleep. I woke up in the middle of the night and just did this beautiful, and I fell asleep, 20 minutes of going and scanning my body. So we're gonna do that right now as we begin, just with our lower glutes, our sit bones. So we're just taking our mind stream and actually going right there. And maybe we move a little bit side to side, so all of our focus is just on the lower sit bones. And we can close our eyes slightly or leave them slightly open. Again, we're just noticing the boniness of the sit bones underneath the flesh. There's my Hawaiian music I was talking about. It's a little too loud. Finding those sit bones, just bringing that energy and awareness up through the lower back, lower spine. And just bring that awareness across that lower back. What is the lower back feeling like right now? The right side and the left side. And bringing that awareness up to the mid-back. And just bringing that awareness into the mid-back and then across the heart. And let's just breathe into our hearts, our lungs, our chest. Stay just with the heart and the lungs and the chest. It's a lot of where things get clogged up. So let's just stay a little bit longer and then draw the shoulders down and back. And see if you could imagine yourself just being breathed. Just being breathed. So you are being breathed. You're not really forcing anything. And then just bringing that awareness up to the throat, between the chest and the throat, into the throat, into the back of the throat. Into the back of the neck now, just noticing what's going on with the neck. And maybe you do just tiny little, just neck rolls, or just moving gently, keeping the eyes closed or barely open. And then just bringing the awareness to the mouth, the tongue, the teeth, and the jaw. That's an area just like the heart that can get tense. So see if you can soften through the tongue and the jaw. Tongue behind or on the roof of the mouth. And then now just bring that consciousness, a stream of consciousness behind your eye sockets. Behind your eyes. And I just want to encourage you, if you just noticing, today I've had a little phlegm and I think it's just a little pollen, but if we need to clear our throat, that we have a ability to not be afraid to go or cough a little bit outside, and just to be okay with clearing the back of the throat. It's been a really interesting time as I haven't felt really open to be able to yawn or cough or even sneeze without feeling some form of a fear. So let us be aware if we're holding any stuckness in the back of our throat, even just swallowing. And then let's just bring our awareness to the top of the head. And now let's just begin working with the breath as we just breathe in, drop down through the sit bone and the tailbone, and exhale, lift the crown of the head towards the sky. So we're lengthening through the spine now. So we're actually intentionally maybe bringing the belly slightly in and lifting and lengthening through the spine as we're holding that half lotus. Consciously, muscles basically sticking to the bones as we lengthen the spine, lengthen through the cervical spine and the neck. And draw those shoulders back now. And just bring the arms all the way overhead. Big reach up. And then just extend the legs out now so they're straight in front of you. And we have that staff pose. We'll take this as our first yin pose. We're just going to reach forward. And we can, I know some of us have, we're not going to forward, we're just maybe reaching past the toes. Take that nice breath in. And if you feels good, you can bend the knees slightly and drop the elbows and come into that forward fold here. And we'll be here for probably 3 minutes. And my Hawaiian music actually felt like it was too much. I actually felt rattled by it. So I turned it down. It actually made me think about Hawaii, and I didn't want to be there. I wanted to be here now. Seriously. I actually couldn't really focus on my tailbone or my spine because I kept thinking about pineapple. Or so it's interesting how music will shift our energy, huh? I completely got lost. So now I'm here. Notice if you're here too. Yeah. This is a nice place to release any sadness tonight. I've been with people who have been sad today, various reasons. And sometimes if we're around people who have emotions, if we're empathetic, we have that empathy, we can actually feel their sadness. I'm feeling it right now, just a little bit. And let's just send out love and kindness and healing to anyone we know today, or even ourselves that have felt a sense of grief, sadness, worry, and just bringing that loving kindness back to ourselves, and then sending a special organic prayer to anyone we know that needs that. Just an empathetic, compassionate thought. Let's just continue to bend the elbows slightly. And just knowing that you are free to do anything you need to tonight. So these poses release the tension in our muscles, tendons, ligaments. Today I gave 2 massages to 2 regular clients, but I haven't seen them in 2 weeks, and they've been so stressed out with life, you know, basically the chaos around us, just the drama, and their bodies really showed it. I could feel it was like night and day. Their bodies had held that stress. So as we take this pose, let's just imagine letting any kind of tension fall away, just kind of drop away. And so much of it is unconscious. We're not even aware. So letting these longer poses do the miraculous work of unwinding us, just really unwinding. Breathing in and exhaling out. Just softening our mind, softening our heart. And most importantly, softening our judgment. Finding a space that is not always black and white or right or wrong. As we embrace this time and embrace this last 4 or 5 days of the archetype and constellation of Libra, which is the balancer, the great diplomat that finds all sides. He or she can be empathetic to one and come back to the other and actually see some truth in both. So from that forward fold, let's just come back, bending the knees, and then just rocking right up into that shoulder stand. Holding shoulder stand. You can play with plow if you'd like, whatever feels good. So plow or shoulder, finding your block, beautiful. Nice. Again, playing with the idea of coming into plow or candle, bringing the knees towards the top of the eye sockets, or taking that wider stance of letting the legs come into a straddle. The block is so supportive, isn't it? Just so nice to have that underneath. And just slowly, as you move out, supporting the lower back, and just one vertebrae at a time coming down. And then just cradle the legs and release the left leg out. And then just take that reclining pigeon and just rock that leg and hold that leg to the side, stretching out the hip. And this is just a perfect evening to discuss or just contemplate how it is very warm tonight, and next week it will be cool, and the next week it will be cooler, and how things change, that nothing stays the same. So if in 1 minute we're unhappy with a situation, that situation will change. So if you don't like hot, it will be cold, and if you don't like cold, it will be warm. So it's beautiful. And so from that position, let's just bring that leg deeper. Now crossing the legs now. So bring both legs into a tight cross. So we're into that reclining eagle pose. And we're going to take that to a twist to the left. If the right leg is over, or we come to the left, that arm comes all the way up, and that reclining eagle twist. And we've got this beautiful, perfect silhouette of the sycamore trees behind me. I'm just going to kind of place it there for Lois just to kind of see some falling leaves that are come down. Beautiful. Holding that reclining twisted eagle. Again, contemplating on how things are so different from a year ago. But yet this is beautiful. Yet we're outside in a tent, or we're at home in our own garage, right? And that we will be back in the room someday. It's just temporary, as again, everything is temporary. So that is so vital to recognize when we feel troubled, is that everything passes, that nothing stays the same. If we don't like one leader, that will change again. If we don't like this thing, it will change. It's because the only thing is certain is change. And that to me gives me a tremendous amount of peace, because I know I can't control anything. We're just really letting go. And then there's a soft surrender. It's like, I give up. I can't really make things different at times, you know. So we're opening up through the side of that piriformis into the lower SI joint, across that IT band. I love these twists. You just imagine just wringing out any toxins of negative energy, of physical pain, anything that's going on physically. Just slowly rocking back on your side. Let's find our straps and bring those feet straight into the strap. I'm going to bring you back lower, so just as you're looking at the sycamore tree. Feet are straight up. And here's a Hawaiian song. Ukulele, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Nice. A beautiful song of hope. And we'll lift our sacrum up if we want, just pulling back gently. I was just thinking, I don't think I've ever felt healthier. Yeah, just thinking that one of the positives is I haven't had a sniffle. I haven't had anything since March. It gained a little weight, but that's just, but it's just interesting how good news, bad news, who knows? I love that saying. Holding those legs up. And And slowly, let's release the left leg, keeping the right leg up. And you may choose to really active isolated stretching that knee if your knees are bothering you today, just by bending and straightening. And slowly, let's bring that leg externally all the way out. This wonderful young man is Jake. Long last name, Shitamako. He's an Asian man. I think he's Hawaiian, Korean blend, and he just plays a beautiful ukulele. And flex through that strap. Rest that foot on the block if you'd like. Nice, Corinne. Yeah, beautiful, Bev. Bev is back, so it's just so nice to have you here. Oh, so good to be back. I missed you.
And my teachers.
Hmm?
And my teachers.
Yes. If I could touch you, that I would put something in the back of me and straighten that leg out. I'm like,
Oh, under this.
that one. Sorry.
I could feel you. I was like, does she want to touch? Oh, that knee.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually walked around for a moment. I haven't
Yeah,
done
I
that.
could feel you kind of assessing me.
So from that position, let's just roll back, bring both feet in the strap again, straight up. And this is my favorite, one of my favorite Hawaiian songs. He likes to wave, feeling that sense of movement. If you want to take the legs a little bit and rock side to side. That gentle swaying breeze tonight. Slightly. You're ready, releasing that one leg. Your right leg, I believe, yeah. And just extending and bringing that knee into the chest or into the heart or chest or armpit. And just getting a sense of what it's going to like be here at night, and I love it. Bending the knee and straightening, or bending that knee in, nice, Lois. Whatever feels good. Be here for at least a minute. Yeah, nice, Corinne. spine straightening, and when you're ready, taking that leg externally all the way out, away from your body, opening up through that inner adductor, inner psoas, even the hamstring. Yeah, most of this should feel really good. This is Hapa, H-A-P-A. Yeah. So noticing what relaxes you. My daughter and I were really kind of meditating. She's like, Mom, when's the last time you really listened to music, like a lot, instead of listening to the news or watching TV? And I'm like, that's exactly what's missing in my life. I forgot. My beautiful daughter reminded me of my essence. And that's what I loved. And it changed my mood immediately. So finding what can switch our channel, whether it's music, whether it's a walk, nature. Yeah. Singing can be nice, just humming, chanting, painting. I have a really good friend that's taken up painting now. Yoga, friendships, massage. Breath. Breath. Nice. And then slowly cross that leg and just release. You forgot to come the other side and just do that reclining pigeon. Rocking that leg. And then taking that leg and crossing it into that reclining eagle. And slowly taking that twist. I'm going to come away from you and do a little sneeze and a little lift of some pollen with my mask on. I'm over here. And now, of course, it's not going to come. I'm over here. No sneeze, never mind. Nice reclining eagle twist. And slowly rocking back. Just bring both knees into your chest. Rocking side to side. This is a really nice spot to be, of just telling yourself that as your great mother would say, as your holy mother, as your ideal mother figure, as your internal mother to yourself. You know, everything's going to be okay. So this rocking is just such a nice calming of the nervous system. Even specialness like I love you, I love you. The words to ourselves, I love you. And even if sometimes we don't feel that way, we are just training our mind to believe what is really true. You know, that's the beautiful thing. Yeah. If we don't hear it from others, we bring it to ourselves, right? It's like sometimes we don't always hear it from others that we love because they're busy in their own drama. So we just say, I love you. I love you. And just slowly dropping the feet 1 foot at a time. And let's come up into that bridge, support it with that block if you have it nearby. If you don't, that's okay. Squeezing the toes, just resting into that bridge. Notice where the mind went and just bring it back to something that is restful for you. Nothing you have to figure out or solve right now or control. You can just rest. Use these moments to just let go and rest. And we're just resting. We're just letting ourselves be still and rest. Just let anything that comes just pass through you. Any thoughts, just let them be like clouds in the sky or just pass over you. I've been doing that at night. I get kind of stuck in the middle of the night. Just let it pass over me. And then come back to my breath. Holding that bridge just another minute. Again, feeling such a deep sense of gratitude for this beautiful tent, this beautiful, sacred, probably very expensive tent with beautiful lights. So from that bridge, just releasing the block and moving out. And let's just take our knees into our chest and rock ourselves up. And rock ourselves up. Yeah. Let's just kind of turn around. Oh, and let's just come right into that puppy pose. Yeah. Right into that puppy pose. I was reading a really nice article this morning, a very positive article about, how to embrace for the winter or the cold times. And of course, we live in a place that we don't really have a winter, but this was like, people and it was just so positive. And I just was like, almost like laughing how positive this writer was. And she said, I think, get excited about buying warm outerwear this year. Maybe read the same article, Bev, right? It was like, I thought, what a really great way, to look at it. So I was in the East Coast in New Hampshire and Vermont and Mass. She says, they have a lot of really nice coats there. And I was like, God, these people really get into their outerwear. So it'll be exciting to see how warm and cozy we can be out here. And I was thinking of blankets. I literally was thinking about a little blanket pack, like one of my pillows, and how to be cozy. I was a little worried. My head went into like, oh, it could be freezing. And then I went, you know what? I just go into positivity about how to make it really cozy and creative about our outerwear, which just really turned that glass half empty. I mean, half full, excuse me. So from this puppy, let's just come all the way into child's pose from here. Yeah. Holding child's pose. Mm-hmm. Feeling the rise and fall of your lower diaphragm on your legs, your soft breath coming back into your face, and that rhythm of your breath. And slowly walking the hands back. If you have your strap nearby, just find it and just bring it back with you. Just doing a little bit of heart opening tonight. I'm just taking that strap, just bringing it all the way back I'm thinking about candlelight back here and actually maybe creating a little darker space by unplugging a
I
few.
knew you were going to think this was too bright.
I think I could be a mole. I really do. I really love to. I think, certain people have natural bright energy. I do. I tend to really be happy 90% of the time, and it almost is too much. It burns me out. So I almost feel overwhelmed with heat. I was thinking about and I notice people who tend to be more melancholy or introverted or contemplative or moody or they're, writers and dramatic inside. They like light and they want heat. It's fascinating. I've really looked at the differences in my relationships I've had and how I really like to be in a cool, colder, darker place because I burn so bright inside. It's not like it's better. It's just my nature, and how I need cool. And then why some people really need light, and yeah, otherwise they're depressed. So it's interesting to kind of notice these nuances. So we're just adjusting. I'm kind of talking, but let's just draw that arm back. And again, just noticing how we're all so different and unique. And some of it is just our nature. Let's add a little twist here. And then take that all the way up. Ooh. Yeah, that works really well. Let's do it one more time. Open up. And let's just come all the way down. Ooh. And bring that hand in. And let's just drop and let's bring the hands into prayer for a moment. So we are hearing a loud motorcycle, and I first felt a sense of that's really loud and annoying. And then I went into seeing him having really a lot of fun on his motorcycle. Like, he must be really happy. Sending out joy and happiness to people, even though it may not be our joy and happiness, it's somebody else's. Mm-hmm. And just slowly drop the hands, and let's just spend a little bit of time on the neck before we come into our Savasana. Let's just take the chin in to the chest. And we may choose to just reach and just kind of slowly at the base of the occiput, tuck the belly in. I think I lost my Bluetooth. Okay. That's okay. So bringing the chin in and gently tucking, and we can even roll the elbows in and then just bring the belly in. And as we slowly come out, just really gently, our necks are really sensitive, and let's just release the hands. And without any force, just drop the left ear to the left shoulder and just breathe in and out through this stretch here. It's just the weight of your neck and the weight of the gravity of your left ear coming into your left shoulder, opening up through the mastoid process and the scalenes of the side of the neck. Yeah, and then just a little nod, yes, and a tiny little nod, no. And again, we're going to move really slowly out of that. And without force, and just lightly letting gravity draw our right ear to our right shoulder. And there'll be a little spot where you may feel, ooh, that's as far as it's going. And then see if you can drop into the hangingness as opposed to holding on and protecting so much. See if you can take a breath and draw the ear a little bit. Just drop it, drop the shoulder down. There. Notice what side is a little different than the other. And then again, just a tiny yes. Mouth is soft and jaw is too. So we're just bringing in softness through the face and the eyes and the forehead. Mm-hmm. And again, slowly coming up. And then just opening your eyes. Let's just take a nice upward prayer. Inhale. And bring the palms together. Reach up. And then take the palms back and hold here. Draw the elbows back. And slowly come all the way out. Take the hands here. Releasing that heroes and right into cat. And just coming into cat and cow, undulating. Cat and cow. And slowly bringing our body around. Bringing our feet in front of us. Definitely candlelight. Yeah, back here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So go ahead and bring your feet together. Come into a reclining down angle and just hold it there. While you're there underneath. There's something that we think of. Yeah. So come into that reclining down angle. Now that I see you. We found what it was. So this is a little too dark. But, I love this. Isn't that so nice? Holding that reclining bound angle, it's just Lois. I was just testing to see if I could get it dark, and it's just here. It is dark. It's bringing you here with us. A little light out in the tennis courts. We get this nice kind of almost like moonlight coming through. I'm getting chills. This is perfect. Oh, sorry. Oh, too close. So you have to kind of spray away. But Korean. Oh, okay. And from that reclining bound angle, slowly releasing your legs all the way down and spending these last 5 minutes in a darker space now as we come into our final pose of Savasana. And I'll bring in the crystal ball too. Sense a different energy from when you came in. Sense a deeper relaxation, contentment. And slowly bringing yourself up to seated. This is what I want, 4 or 5 candles here. I'm going to bring a little mood lamp over there. I know what I'm doing. I can see it. This is going to be heaven back here, you guys. So we're in darkness now, but we'll turn the lights on in a second. So I just was thinking about something as we close. It was really meaningful. It happened last night. I went to a client's house who lives in an oceanfront house in Oceano on the dunes. It's probably the nicest house. His backyard is the ocean. And I got to work in him all the doors were open and his head was kind of by the door. He invited me over with his wife and I've been there many, many times with the cars driving on the dunes and I've seen the cars. And it's always been kind of like, what a bummer, but I know the economy needs these cars. And he's a pretty big time developer person. So he's not he's environmentalist, but he's not overly environmentalist. He was tearing up last night. He's a big guy. He says, and he walks on the dunes every day. And he said, there's so much new wildlife there that has been saved. Thousands of birds and animals have come back over the past since March. And I just almost cry because they haven't brought the cars back yet, and they probably will eventually. But what a blessing that there's animals and nature that got to be revived over the past 8-7 months. And that would have never occurred if what has happened hasn't happened. And it was just like life-changing to watch. Nobody on the beach, by the way. So I want to encourage everyone, me, you, all of us, to go take it to the very end of Strand. And there's a path and you can walk along the dunes if you haven't yet when there's no cars and see something that is once in a lifetime if we get the cars back. So just want to encourage you to let's enjoy this time in nature and look for the new birdies that are there because they're out there. I forget the name, the little snowy, fluffy one. I forget.
Flower.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you. Let's bring our hands into heart and namaste. I'm going to bring in you some light, Lois. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know how long to have the black people on the beach, but I told Sam last night we have to get down there.
So where is the little path?
I'm trying to figure out how to, so you're going to go by Old Juan's Cantina.
Then you
You're
go
gonna
right.
And then I think behind the lagoon, there's going to be a way. I haven't even, I know where.
I've only gone to the Strand and then walked down to the ocean.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean,
it head
the
towards
Strand is a
Pismo?
street. So
Right.
when you come to the
Okay.
very end, there's a residential street to the left. It's the
Okay.
last street to the left as you're heading west,
Okay.
right? So Lord Juan's Cantina, you're driving down. The very where there's the guy that wants your money, and then you have to drive on the beach, which I've never done. I never will. And then you just turn left in that first street, but you're not going to do that
Okay.
because you're not going to find parking down there. So we need to figure out how to. There, I saw lots of people walking behind, not a lot, like with their dogs. So there is a parking lot behind there. Something's behind there by the lagoon. So I want to encourage you to explore.
Okay.
But it's if you think about where you pay the money and you see a big street that's to left, a little street. It's a tiny little street. That's like all those houses are oceanfront right there. Okay. And it ends in about 4 blocks. Somewhere over there is an entry point.
Okay.
Okay, so just drive around and find it. But I'm just saying, this is like, this is
I'm
like,
gonna do it.
sorry, I'm going on, Lois. This is like not going to ever happen
Yeah. Right.
again. And you're going to be able to walk out there with nobody there. Not on the weekends, I wouldn't go. But I saw like 4 people and like 2 horses last night. Generally, there's thousands of cars and SUVs and trucks. And my client said there was just, he says it's like heaven. And I was doing body work for an hour and a half. I'm like, this is like one of the most gorgeous places I've ever seen. So it's literally 10 minutes away. And I just have a feeling this isn't going to be much
It
longer.
There's big money.
Yeah, I know.
You know, because Cara and her Save the Dunes.
Yeah,
Is it Cara? Yeah.
Kira.
Sorry, Kara.
Yeah. Anyway.
Beautiful website.
Oh,
Save the Dunes.
I am such a Save the Dunes person. I really wasn't. I was moderately about it, because I believe in a
They've
cause.
raised like $10,000.
Yeah, but this is heaven out there, and hopefully I was really feeling about the life that has been saved by this thing. They're animal life, but there's creatures that are, I mean, birds mainly.
Yeah.
So anyway, go find them, and it's like yeah, because I have a feeling in the next 2 months, maybe 6 months, that won't be like that unless the environmentalists will say how important it was to save those birds. I mean, somehow. I've never felt so passionate about something. I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. Anyway, Lois, let me get you back so you can talk.
So nice for money not to.
All right, hang on.
know, it would be.
Okay.
So lovely.
Did you hear me?
The humanity.
Hang on. I'm trying to get you.
We're gonna do this.
Like,
Okay. There we go. Whoa. There we go.
How about that?
There you go. Oh, hi. Okay. Sorry about going on about the dunes. But anyway, if you can get over there, in Oceano, and walk on the dunes with no cars right now.
Yeah.
It's like, it'd be like going to Disneyland by yourself and no one was there. I mean, you know what I mean? In a different way. So, yeah.
Thank you, Diana.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
All right, I'll be in touch.
And check out, stay in touch and then check out the new time, which we will be 5:30.
Okay,
We'll be.
all right.
Yeah. I know I said that last time.